Too many rappers are dying young, man. Way too many. This shit should not be like this. But the question is why? Why are rappers dying so young?
Are you taking me? Yeah, man, OG shit right here, man, yeah. We bout to twist it up. We bout to lift it up. We never giving up.
So I thought about it, I gave it like realistic thought. It took me some time, but then I just started putting two and two together with a little bit of common sense. And these are just a couple reasons that I can think of. Now granted, I'm not a genius, I am not an expert in why people die. These are just why I think they're dying, so don't take my word for it. Don't be like, you lying, this rapper died because of this and this and you didn't even mention that. I don't know about that, alright? This is just what I think. Now let's get into it. The number one reason I think rappers die young is because envy, they surround themselves with people who are jealous of them. Rappers got all this, especially at a young age, they have everything they need. I'm talking money-wise, I'm talking like materialistic stuff, and the people around them, most people around them came not because they just want to be friends, not because they just want to be there for them, but because they want that. They see something, they say, hey, I gotta get it. And they say, they're saying, fake it till you make it. So they fake being their friends so they can get that and finally make it and get the stuff they have. That's just how it is, man. And another thing, you ever heard how rappers sing all the time that they hanging with murderers and kidnappers? Well, you know how the saying goes, show me your friends and I'll show you where you are 5 years from now. If you hanging with murderers, you finna be next. Them people ain't got love for you. If the homie you hanging with is a murderer and he killed somebody last week, what makes you think you're not next? No disrespect to rappers at all. I'm just saying it how it is. I hear a whole lot of songs like, all my homies is murderers, all my homies is kidnappers. Like, damn, my nigga. Can you see that you got a whole lot of things that people want but they can't have? And if you hanging with a murderer and he wants that, what do you think is gonna happen? Another reason I think they're dying is because they just got too much of everything, It's like, once these rappers get whatever they have, they start having fake friends around them, and then they start doing drugs to cope with it. And then they just have too much of that. There's so many rappers who have overdosed. R.I.P. to any of those people. No disrespect, no cap on any of them. It's a whole lot of talented people that lost their lives due to overdose, and it shouldn't be like that. And this is actually going to sound weird, but I feel like there's a way we, as people, there's something we can do to help young people who are dying. Not just like these famous people. Because there's a whole lot of people who have died because of a pair of shoes. There's so many people who have died because of a fucking necklace, a goddamn rollie. It's like this material shit we're trying to attain is taking people's lives. So we, as people, I feel like it should be our job to start degrading material stuff. Like, it ain't worth it. There's too many people losing their lives because of this shit. $2,000 pants, $500 shoes, $150K watch. Like, it's, at the end of the day, shoes are just shoes. A watch is still going to tell you the time. A $150K watch is still going to tell you the time like a $50 watch would. I personally don't get it, the material stuff, but there's way too many people who are super materialistic and it's costing people lives. And I don't get it. I don't get why jewelry is such a big deal, because it's the biggest scam ever to exist. But the hardest thing about being famous is you don't know who the real or fake one is. What did 21 Savage say? It's hard to tell the real ones from fake ones because nowadays they got masks on. And that's true. All honesty, these days you can't tell And all these rappers, they have all this material stuff that people want, and they attract the wrong friends. You know, so if we degrade this materialistic stuff, then maybe we can save some people. You know, if we degrade them expensive ass shoes, maybe kids in the hood don't gotta die because of a pair of shoes. You know, but what do I know? You know, that's just a couple of the reasons I was thinking. If you got any other reason, leave it in the comment. If you got something to say, leave it in the comment. You know, subscribe, share, give your thought. It's just open thought. Also, RIP to anybody who lost their life, whether it was gun violence or, you know, gang violence or whatever it is. RIP.